So welcome back to another installment in my gameplay on Railways Empire 2. This is the route net we have so far, and I was kind of leaning on the brink of bankruptcy last time. It kept going into minus, so we turned that. We did some track thingies, but I realized one thing when I actually was reviewing the video. I did something stupid here, because there is two rules here which is very close to each other. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kill the station and build a new one which can actually cover them both. There. Then I put this one down there. And then we get both dairy product and wool to go to Oxford. So, is that going to work out? I hope so. I am going to set speed on it again, and let's see if we can find the train. It's actually that one. So let's see what it actually picks up. It is one of the things that it will take what produce there is and fill up. So if you have two different, so now the problem I might have created for myself, dairy is not usable until 35,000 people. Do we have that anywhere? I actually don't think so. No. So we're not going to get any into that. So yeah, I might have been smart, but not smart enough. But that is fine for now. So we still need to grow Dover. We have a warehouse here, so hopefully we will start seeing more things come out in the system. We even have the corn, even though the corn is not coming to London until we get a warehouse in Dover, and that we don't have money for yet. So it is however, our result has started becoming better, so we now actually earn some money, and we still get some investment in new tracks and stuff. So it's actually started going the right way. So what I'm actually thinking now is there's two things to do. Either try to connect Birmingham. It is going to be slightly expensive, but again, the income will be good. So I'm actually going to keep it a little bit tilted, because then I can go Oxford and I can go Cambridge if I want to. So I go on the third, because then I have space for roll ones, and I need to find Oxford. I already have them made some of the way, so that one, 157,000. That's what we need of money. It has to be earned, because we don't have any loan opportunities, because we already took our loans. We can maximum have 2 loans at the same time, so we kind of have to wait for them to either run out, or we need to get the money in. So that's the only thing we can do now. Will we earn money? Well, we are earning money. We could see that on the quarterly review as well, that it is actually going the right way. So it is just about waiting. I guess that when we have connected Birmingham and start to put some of the rule into that, then we will actually start getting money enough to go everywhere else. I hope. I really hope. Otherwise, it's going to be a very sad game, really. But the thing is, without tracks, without trains, we can't actually send our passengers anywhere. So I'm going to take that, because I'm working down to start getting the better trains. That doesn't cost us any money anyway, so that is just research points, which comes automatically every month. We get 60, so every 5 months we have 300, so that's kind of a good thing. So while we're sitting looking, then we can look around. It shows now that we have club. Yeah, I can't click on them because I have this on. I could close this and it will pop off, but I rather want to wait and see. So London has grown big, and the more we transport, that will start though to grow eventually. It's almost turning into the 20,000, so that is at least one strip. It has to be the biggest. Yeah. So we have to kind of try to give Doha some extra things, but so I don't have any. Jesus, I never put that on. That has been my story here. So I know it's going to make the train line later, but without that the train starts going slower and slower. So it's filling out water, sand it had, oil it had, but water was what it needed. As with steam locomotives, they need water. So when I click here again, it remembers what we were looking at. So, and it goes to post game when you do, and I have sometimes opened it and I said, why is nothing happening? Well, it is because, of course, it was paused. And when it's paused, you don't earn any money, you don't do anything, you're just sitting staring at an empty screen, really. So money is coming in, but it is going quite slow. So this gives more speed to your locomotive. I'm actually going to wait to get that one, because that is a very important one. It gives you cheaper buildings. And it's also on the road to locomotive, so it's on the right part. But all the 300 ones is kind of going in the center, and everything else comes out to the side. And although research is important, you will, and that's one thing I have learned, you will actually reach here long before 1840. Of course, depending how much you buy, you can't go into the next one until after 1840. So you can't just skip ahead. It won't let you do that. But I must admit, sitting looking at the map of the British Isles, I feel it's very limited what you can actually do, and that's making me a little bit sad, because living here I know how many towns and cities there is, and I feel a lot more could have been there. Maybe not from the start, but from the, how can you say it, from if it grew with the cities, towns coming up over time, because I know some cities didn't actually really pop into existence, or some towns at least, into existence from after 1900, but it's still grown up to many places in the early 1900s or in the late 1800s, which could cause a lot better, interesting rail network, and I keep losing money down there. I'm not really getting to be there. I'm not really able to build that. So I'm actually going to try something else. 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that will start with 300,000. So no, that is not going to work. That is going to be even more expensive. I was thinking if I could pull one to Cambridge, but no, I can't. That is not going to work. So I'm going back to that one, and then just waiting, and if it takes too long I will edit the video and cut out some of the waiting time. So some of the things I have to do is one of the tasks is I have to connect meat producing to the network. So that's something I actually have to look at. But that is of course possible, otherwise it wouldn't give me a task to do so. So I need a little bit that kick to kind of jump into the money. It's not going very fast at the moment, and that can feel like a pain sometimes. You're sitting, waiting, and then you start thinking, is there something else I can do? Yes, there is, but they wouldn't really be beneficial until you start earning money. So we're getting up towards nearly 100,000, so hopefully something will start kicking in. Closing that for the moment. So I can buy that, but I don't have enough money, so there's no point. It is sometimes tempting to buy those, but I kind of don't do it until I get up and have loads of money, because I rather want to make sure that I can make my lines, everything running as I would expect it to do. So what do I have from London to Oxford? Rail line, they are not even running because think, yeah, I have a waypoint on, which they couldn't do. So that was not smart. I have trains that is actually not running. And that doesn't really help when you want to make money. Oh dear. I do in my normal games look at these from time to time to make sure that everything is actually fine. Because small changes on your rail network suddenly causes problems. And you don't notice it, and if you have a big network, it kind of make you do stupid things, because of course you should actually keep an eye on everything. See, now things are starting flowing. God, how did I miss that? How did I really miss that? That is a very good question. Then I better understand why I didn't make money, because 2 trains were actually not driving. So now you will also see that the warehouse will actually get things into it, and some of that will be brought to Dover. Hooray! Hopefully. Do I actually have London Dover? No, I don't. I put Dover Oxford over London, but that's an express. So that is not going to help either. Okay. No. I have to remember this, but I have enough money to build this extension of the railroad. So let's connect Birmingham. And yes, it costs money. So, apart from me being stupid, not the first time I would say, then so I'm actually going to take, that's 93,000. I'm going to take the cheapest locomotives at the moment. I will upgrade them when I can, but one thing at a time. But I need to transport things like cloth down to Dover. Otherwise I'll never get that to grow. And yes, I can have multiple trains on the same lines. Unfortunately, they will wait for each other sometimes. That's why it's better to have 4 tracks, but for now, it's absolutely fine. Thing is to separate freight and passenger traffic is the best thing to do. No doubt about that. The problem is if you don't, then the faster passenger trains will sometimes have to wait for the slower trains, and that's not a great thing, but when you make mistakes, shit happens. Honestly, shit happens. So I'm going to take that one. So they just sent the Beagle off. Money is starting coming into a better blasted. I lost my train. Oh, is it sitting here? No. Okay. London. Dover. locomotives. So I've been doing a couple of boo-boos in this gameplay, but it also shows how easy it is actually to get things a little bit wrong. I'm just going to put one on first. A small breakdown. Then I'm going to edit it. Trains are earning money as long as they drive with something. That's the whole thing. So I edit that. I already did that. Put another train. There we go. So that at least is doing something for our line. Okay, there's random things happening in the game, and I just inherited some raw material stuff. That we can see here. I got them there, and I could sell them for 83,000, 85,000. So I do that. There's no need for me to sit on them, but you can buy stocks and invest in that, but that I don't do at this point in the game, to be honest. For now it's all about building up, making sure you get everything, and yeah, that is kind of where we go. Now we have our 2 tracks to Birmingham from. We need some gridiron. So we separate. We already have it here. Good. We need to set the directions. I prefer the trains to drive on the right hand side. In the direction they go. So now we need to set up a route from Oxford to Birmingham. And that of course need money for trains. Now I'm actually going to take the more expensive ones, because now I want something which drives a little bit faster, there's a longer stretch, and now it's about starting making money. So when we have money for the trains, then that will be it for this video. became a little bit longer, but it shows a little bit of the struggle sometimes actually doing things right. And I made a mistake. I didn't check my trains that they were actually running when I broke up the rails. And that is one thing which is kind of important you do. Keep an eye on everything you do. When you change something, make sure that everything is working as it should. So we need to earn the money so we can buy the trains, and that is kind of where we are going for today. I will edit this a little bit so it doesn't seem so long. That's why I'm actually not saying anything right now. I could have bought the cheaper trains now, but then I would just have to pay for upgrading them later. And they make money quicker when they are faster. So that is actually one of the things. We're going to finish off Birmingham in the next video. But when we have done that, the next task will actually be to upgrade the trains. So there will be a couple of tasks which we need to start getting into. So there was the trains, and they actually start running. So that is it for now, and thank you for watching. Come back to the next video where we finish off Birmingham.